Ugogo always buys in bulk. And for me, it's a first. But now I get it. You see, Ugogo saves more by buying more. Now, this is a habit I'll keep once this ends because even these small savings make a difference. What habits will you be keeping?
Broadcast live.
Pull up on your block and you know we rock. All these homies screw by labels, man, they chop. I be running circles round them, never clock. Haters, petit data, also tita later. Pillar.
Hey, yo, what's happening, man?
Hey, what up, my brother?
Hey, you know, it's a real thing. It's a real thing, man. You know? Ah, damn.
It's crazy. Nice to see you, though.
Good seeing you, man. Good seeing you. You know how things going with y'all?
Hey, man, we surviving, bro. It's tough, you know. It's just been pretty hectic, but yeah, we're trying to make things work, bro. You know, just trying to stay indoors. I haven't like really left my apartment. Groceries, everything just gets ordered online. Yeah, it's crazy because like I'm also like I met up in a car accident like years ago. Um, like a crazy car accident where I was like in ICU for a while and stuff. So it's like my immune system has never been the same.
Oh,
So it's like I do tick one of those boxes, like you know, people that gotta like you know look out and stuff. So yeah, I'm just trying to keep it safe, bro. And your side, you
oh.
good with the fam?
Man, I'm chilling, man. You know, we just doing the damn thing out here. Trying to do the homework and you know, the works, man. You know, we by the time we done, we're gonna buy a school belt from the school. You know, crazy out here, B. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's mad, bro. Yeah, but
Yeah,
like
man.
we're also just trying to. I mean, we've got to think of new ways to, you know, innovate and you know, trying to adjust to obviously this online thing. So like, you've been ahead of your time, bro. You've been ahead of your time, bro. Like it's so crazy. It's so crazy,
Yeah,
and you've always showed us love.
yes, indeed, man. I see you guys are busy once again. You know, you like you weren't as active in the market, but like y'all dropped a single. I see y'all doing things with brands. Where you guys been? I mean, what's kept you quiet for so long?
Um, you know, we're also just trying to figure things out. Like, I guess we always work with different artists. It's not like we've been quiet. It's like that we haven't been dropping music with other artists. I mean, yeah, last year we had Bakae, Youngsta's 3 tracks on his album on 3T. We did some stuff with Candy Coated Music with our artist Deep. So we've also been developing artists, right? We've
Mm.
got two artists, Deeps and Ava. So Deeps is my younger cousin who's an insane rapper, and then we have Ava who's a singer. And yeah, you know, we've been pushing. Like I got to be in GQ this month.
I saw. That's why I'm saying you're busy. You're busy. You know.
No, I mean, dude, like it's crazy. Like we had a lot of things planned, you know, for the rest of the year. Like we work a lot with agencies and different brands, right? So, I mean, we had a lot of things planned out, and then when COVID hit, it was just about like readjusting everything and just trying to see, okay, cool, we can't like cancel these things completely, so let's let's keep pushing. So like we've had the momentum going. The song ish, like thank you for showing love. Yo, bro,
Yeah.
your little workout video and everything was too much, bro. I loved it. I like honestly loved it. I was just like, nah, man. But you've had a chance to look at the video, right?
Yeah. I
What do
mean,
you think of it?
and that's I think it's dope, man. That's what I'm just saying. It's almost like it's been such a great kind of comeback, you know, as producers. I know even though you say you've been working, I don't think you guys have always kind of put in the time to do Ganja Beats branded content. Do you know what
One
I mean?
hundred percent. One hundred
So,
percent.
and so it's like it feels like it's like it feels like it's a comeback, but like you guys never went anywhere. You know what I
Nah,
mean?
man, we never left, bro. Yo, we never left. I'm actually chilling in our old studio. Like, obviously, remember the home studio? Yeah, so
Yeah.
like, you know, we've been out of this place for like 2 years now. We've been at a new spot, and it's so crazy just working out of here again. The energy, man, the energy that's like comes from this place. Like the biggest albums in the country were made in here, or recorded in here, or mixed and mastered in here. So yeah, man, we adjusting. We're definitely adjusting, but like I don't know if it's like a comeback, bro.
Yo, just remind us, yo, what albums and songs were mixed and mastered there?
Wow. So Cassper's Tulofelo, like the whole of Tulofelo was recorded in this bedroom. It was a bedroom at that time, and like it actually had a bed and everything. Like Ricky Ricks, Boss Zonke. These are like other things that weren't like maybe produced by us. Slicer Toti was mixed and mastered in here. Huku, like Shoma Josie's Huku, like just before we moved into our new studio, it was recorded, mixed, and mastered in the spot. Man, like we had Double HP, Pro Kid, the legends. Everyone has been in here, man. So it's like it's very sentimental to us. You've been in here, bro. Like you've even busted a free in here.
Yo, tell me some of the craziest stories inside there that have happened inside there.
Craziest stories. Yo, you really want to know one? I don't know if we should let the peeps know. Okay. Let's say this was like late 2012. We had mid 2012. We had a track with Cassper called Wahala.
Called what?
Do you ever remember that with Cassper called Wahala?
Wahala. Okay,
it was like a Nigerian Afro beat sort of vibe. Like this was before anyone was doing Afro beats, and that was like it was a cool joint. Cassper started getting like noticed on TV with the music video and stuff like that. And like, man, a few weeks later, we had AKA come up in here. Cassper brought Keenan through,
Oh,
so
wow. That's fucking crazy. And that's
wow. Like I don't think like a lot of people know that. Like I know they do try and hide it and stuff like that, but like for us, it's like, yo, at that time it was one of the biggest hip hop artists. Like I think AKA was like sort of overtaking Cooley at that time. And then it was the new cat. It was Cass, and Cass was on fire. Like just in terms like what the people have heard, like what the people heard, like whatever he dropped was still like it wasn't him. But then like we did some joints with the two of them together. We're like the only producers, like I think, in the country that.
Wow. Yo,
like 2012, bro.
Yo, you got to. So have you got those joints with the vocals, both of them?
Yeah, they had the studio and stuff like that. I don't know. I think so. I mean, it wasn't our old Mac, and that old Mac has just become like a sort of like an ornament in our studio. But I mean, that was a crazy night. Like I just remember, AKA coming through with a couple bottles, and like we were super hyped. Like we were all we were fans. We were all fans. Cassper was a fan. Ganja Beatz were a fan. And it was like super mega. Well, he wasn't like super mega at that time, but I think he just had like jealousy.
He was just the Meg. He was the Meg.
He had jealousy out at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I think we also like we did some co-production on Control.
Mm-hmm.
Remember the song with the Liz?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, like my brother did a bit of co-production, but like we never got credited for that, like, because then the beef happened, and then it was just like, okay, cool, we're choosing sides now. Is it like our Mavtown Ride or Die, or is it like the hottest rapper in the game right now? And we obviously went with our Mavtown Ride or Die.
Wow.
And then we ended up producing tracks that like it was the beef tracks. It was like beef and dust to dust and those type of things. So there was a lot of like tension. There was a lot of tension. But, like one of my favorite moments out of here was definitely when I got to jump on a double HP joint.
Yeah.
For me, like no offense any other like OG rapper, but for me coming out of Mocktown, like Jabba was our way out, bro. Like,
Yeah.
he was literally our way out. Like, if he could do it, you could try and do it, and then see what happens. Like, the kings of Motown will, for me, will always remain like Jabba, Cooley, Cass. And then you've got the, like, you know, you've got your Tejos, you know, that are now doing their things. And I think he's like the new generation. And we've been in there, you know, we've been in the mix with everyone. But like, when Jabba heard me rap in here, I think we were doing a joint for him, and like I was standing out looking at out the window. And he had walked out. I think, you know, Jabba used to love smoking
Yeah.
joints,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And like, we rolled him like this fat ass, this fat ass joint. He was smoking on his own, and I was sitting in the studio and I was just like reciting, because you know I was a rapper, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You remember I used to rap as well, but
Yeah.
I was rapping a verse, and I finished my verse, and I turned around and Jeff was like, "Yo, do that again," and I'm like, "Oh shit!" And now this is like, you know, my rap idol that
Yeah.
I'm looking at. I'm like nervous as hell. I'm like, okay, cool. I hit my verse, and he's like, "You're on the song." Sweet. And I'm like, that day was like a personal goal that was just like ticked off. But yeah, man, Pro Kid, just having Pro Kid in here, man, there's so many memories out of this place, dude.
It's amazing. It's amazing. So, what will it take for you to go dig out that AKA and Cassper joint in this Mac of yours?
What are you
We need to
saying now?
get that. We need to get that on live radio, B. I don't know what you're saying though. Come on.
You know those guys don't like each other at all.
I know.
So
I
I
know,
mean,
but it's like there's that Tupac and that Biggie joint, you know, that's out there in the streets, you know.
yeah, I've listened to it like a while back. Like, I don't know if it makes too much sense right now, and just in terms of like the sonics, right? Because obviously times have changed.
Yeah, of
Um,
course.
but I mean, you know,
But
there's
it's
a
not
possibility.
we're not playing it for the mainstream, or because obviously none of them want it out as a song where they
You want to send it to
commercialize it.
radio, bro? You want to send it to radio?
Yeah, let's go on live radio. We gonna play it once. We just simply playing it just so people can hear this moment in time that was recorded by Ganja Beatz. 8 years
Maybe,
later, it's history.
maybe in 2022. So it'll be like 10 years after they had recorded the song.
Yo,
You know they'll
you
still be
just-
beefing. You know they'll still be beefing, bruh.
I
Come on.
know. But we need something to keep us going though, because we don't know where they're gonna be in 2022.
All right, we'll chat right after this.
Yo, I think the people in the comments need to say whether we gotta hear this joint or what. You know, we're gonna
Wow.
put you under pressure. We're gonna get the comments saying we gotta hear this joint, B. Come on. I mean, and you know what I think it says at the end of the day? It stamps the credibility of Ganja Beatz in the game.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, at that time, we had Gushe. You must understand, like, we had Gusheshe. It's so crazy because, like, we played Gusheshe for AKA.
As in the complete joint.
No.
Yeah?
Like, I think
The
maybe
beat.
just the hook and the beat.
Yeah.
And as Ganja Beatz, like, we were saying, like, Cass, like, yo, man, I think you should get him on this thing. And Cass was, like, persistent on getting Maloom. He was like, nah, this is for Maloom. And, I mean, I remember playing it the one day for Keenan, and he was, like, in the studio, and he was just sitting there and just, like, I think he knew, like, oh, fuck, like, those two joints that we just did don't even compare to, like, what this joint is about to do. And, I mean, 2013, we scooped all the awards, bro. Like, best song, best collab, best video. And then we were up against Keenan as well, like, with our own song, Control. Well, not really our own song, but, like, some part of production on Control. So, like, he knew that, like, yo, Gush was the joint, bruh. Like, when it came out, damn, man, that was just my, like, that's still my anthem till today. Like, that will always, I think, that was the song that boosted Ganja Beatz, because after that, we had your DJ Switches coming in.
Yeah.
You know, we were working on the track Switch with him and Reason, he started bringing in artists like Cuesta, you know, Jabba even used to start like, you know, started coming in more after that. Yeah, and then it was the album. Like the whole album was literally recorded in this bedroom studio with a bed in it. And what we used to do as well, we used to hustle, bro. Like when guys like Jabba or AKA or like these guys came in, even though Cass would record with the bed in there, we would take out the bed as soon, I mean, like, you know, when the artists were about to come. I think you even came in here a couple of times, and like we used to take out the bed and set it up like a studio. So
I don't remember seeing the bed.
yeah, because we used to like put it in the other bedroom. We literally used to like go take the other bed and put it in the bedroom and then like set up this room to be like look like a studio.
It's crazy.
And like, you know, the first time after Jabba recorded, that was when we started like charging cats. We never used to charge cats for recording. As soon as Jabba recorded, because he was like, nah, man, this is perfect. Like, I was like, do you want to go to another studio? He was like, nah, this is perfect. After that day, I mean, that's how we start. Like, so you learn, right? Like, as you're moving along, you're like, okay, cool. This is how we can work around it or get our names in the game and stuff like that. So, like right now, like, bro, even some of the like the biggest tracks that haven't been produced by us were definitely like touched by us, like mixed, mastered, recorded. Some people don't even know that. But yeah, it's crazy. You know, we still gotta get you on something.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, y'all should be doing something with Squatter now, you know?
Hey, damn, actually, that would be amazing.
Yo, they busy. They busy. You know, I need to play you some stuff one time, you know.
Who do I speak to? Sugar?
Huh?
Who do I speak to? Sugar Smacks?
Nah, speak to me,
Speak to
B.
you.
Come on.
Speak to you.
Speak to me. You know, speak to me. I'm in the middle of it. You know what I mean?
Yo, you just have to tell us like the vibe, you know, that you guys are on right now. And then you will, you know, give us some references, give us the
thing about Squatter doesn't have a vibe. Squatter literally just goes with the flow, and then they make music. I mean, you wouldn't have never made a song like Umoya if you had a vibe. No producer, the guy was taking a chance. The producer said, like, no one wants to use this beat, and gave us that beat Umoya. You know, I mean, if you think about
Who produced that? Who produced Umoya?
It was dudes called Semitone. You know, if you think about Moya, even if you think of joints like Escaleni, or even if you think of Clap Song, I mean, if you listen to all those songs, like, as just a beat, you know, without like the chorus, like, it's not like what a rapper picks.
Yeah.
It's not what a rapper would literally choose to jump on, you know? Yeah. So I think that's how Squatter is. Squatter literally they don't have a formula. They just literally like they wanna own the song. They don't want the beat to own them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
man. I feel like if you guys are going that route or whatever, yeah, and you guys are making music again, like, I wouldn't mind sending some beats through, bro. Like, that would be a dream come true, bro. Yo, that would be a dream come true.
Yo, you got to send them through, man. We like 20, 30 songs deep. You know what I mean? So so you got to send some shit real quick. You know what I mean?
We made the cuts.
We probably would have had a single if it wasn't for COVID. But like what we decided, we dropped the Squatter Camp Essentials. So that's all the joints on all the streaming platforms, just for everyone just to kind of hear. Greatest hits type thing. You know what I mean?
Damn, I want to get to that stage, bro. Greatest hits. Come on. That's OG shit. Yo, we'll get there one day.
You know, yo, I guess in hip hop, we probably the first in South Africa to do like a Essentials Greatest Hits type of album. You know what I mean? So that's dope. You know, also, you know.
When did you guys start?
Easily, maybe our first mainstream song that really crossed over was 2002, 2003 with Rao Rao Manyesa or The Rest Chapter, around that time.
Yeah. Umoya came, like, I remember 2004, right?
Yeah, Moya was 2004. Yes, sir.
2004. Okay, yeah. Cool. Yeah, I was in matric. Like, I'm giving away my age right now, but like I was in matric in 2004, bro. So like that was I mean, in 2004, I think like I started listening to a lot of local music because you know we've always been influenced by like American music and culture and stuff like that. But like and not understanding Zulu or even Tswana like so well or anything like that, it just felt right. Like I didn't know what he was saying, but like it just felt right, and we wanted to be a part of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially like with the whole Matswako movement and everything like that. Like I don't know, Mavtown also just you know it just breeds artists and creatives and
Incredible artists. I mean, the incredible minds from Mavtown, besides just the artists, even the people in corporate, like the people that are doing stuff. There's incredible minds from Mavtown, without a doubt,
we,
you know?
we had a good like sort of structure and basis back in the Bop days. You know what I mean? We had facilities where you know you had your Bop TV studios, you had your Bop recording studios, where we managed to even like you know work out for a bit. Not really work out, but we did like an intern. It's also a crazy story. I mean, you're a rap head and stuff. So you know, J Electronica, you know, came to SA like in 2011.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he recorded was supposed to be his album in Maftown. And like it was so crazy because one of the engineers that we knew there was like hit us up the one day. It's like, yo, do you know Jay Lick? And we're like, yeah, I've heard of Jay Lick. Like, you know, he signed to Rock Nation. He's like, yeah. It's like you're sitting in the studio right now, and they need ganja. I'm just putting it out there, man. They're like, yo. So yeah, we had to organize that, and by doing that, it was like 25. He had an entourage of 25 people.
Yeah.
Myself and Maddie went through, and you know, we hooked them up. And by doing that, like we got to chill with them for like 2 weeks while they were recording this project.
Yeah.
And this project never came out.
Clearly.
It never came out. Like I know he dropped an album this year, but it's like I don't even remember if any of the songs that were recorded in Muff actually made it onto this album like 9 years later. But yeah, we got to chill with like Jay Lick and his team of just some amazing producers and artists. I don't know, you know Denon Porter, Mr. Porter.
Yeah,
so
Mr. Porter.
D12 M's right hand man. Like he was there. He was there, bro. So I mean, like, yo, we were putting him onto Nando's. He wanted to eat Nando's like every day, and just by like chilling with him, like we got to get. I'm gonna say this right now, bro. Like, just by chilling with them and just like you know helping them out and stuff. Like we got Dr. Dre and Mr. Porter's like OG drum kits and drum packs, like things that not many people have. Like literally, these are like chopped by Dre himself.
Really?
There was another cat who was very close with Jay Dilla, Brandon Williams and Mike Shav, and they also gave us like Jay Dilla's original drum kits and drum pads. I was like, yo, if you think like, you know, why does Ganja Beatz have that extra? We got a little bit of an extra kick in it because like. I mean, we spent time with like some OGs, and in return, you know, they gave us some fire drum kits, man. And I'm still pretty close with like a lot of them. Do you remember Joseph I? And Nazi's boy, Joseph I, Black Angel.
Yeah.
He also came down with Jay Elect at that time. That's when I met him for the first time.
That's incredible. But you
Yeah.
see, what makes the producer though are the stories, the behind the scenes stories.
Yeah, 100%.
You get it? It's
100.
the behind the scenes stories. It's these stories of, yo, J Electronica, blah, blah, blah. I got these drum kicks. You know, that's some shit you can't post on the gram, right? Because it means so much that if it like it's almost sacred. You know what I mean?
I was just about to say that it's super sacred, dude. It's super sacred. Like we treat this thing, obviously this is our passion and our love, but it's also our business at the same time, you know what I mean? But it is a very sacred thing, dude. What else did I want to tell you?
Yo, man, I'm just here for the behind the scenes stories, bro. Let's go.
I dropped off. I think I dropped off weed for Erykah Badu once. I don't know why they always call us for this stuff, bro. I'm just like, everyone will just
It's
call
in
us.
the name, B. You know, if you called yourself Cocaine Beats, they'll be asking for cocaine.
Hey. Let's not even go there. Let's not go there. I mean, yeah, I got to meet Erykah Badu. I think it was at Anati's place with Joseph I, with Black Angels. I mean, beautiful soul. Just the energy that like this lady has, this woman has, is unbelievable. I actually missed her versus battle. I'm gonna try and catch it again and see if I can find it on the net. But yo, she's just an amazing person. She was just like just a loving energy. She was like, oh my word. She wasn't even like speaking to me. She was like speaking to my wife and like, oh, she's telling my wife, you're so beautiful. Like, oh, I'm just like, okay, this is Erykah Badu, like, damn. But I know, like, you meet a lot of people, dude. Like, who do you think? I mean, from the new wave, who are you most interested, like, in listening to, and like, who's the sound? Where's the sound at right now from your side?
I think that I'm in a stage in my life where I follow the sound versus me trying to define what is the sound. Do you know what I mean? You also got to get to a point where you got to follow the sound and not always try to find the sound, because because also you are not that generation that is making the sound.
100%.
So that's why my view is that, like, if I'm still writing, I'm still doing my thing, but even the things I am saying, they're not anywhere close to what the sound that's leading is saying also.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's on me to ensure that, like, it doesn't mean there's no place for what I'm saying, but it means that I just need to, like, walk my own lane. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
But like the game excites me. I mean, I definitely like we all know Costa Titch. I think Costa Titch is that phenomenal where, in my view, you've got this kid who's a white kid, of course, and in the new wave, which the new wave, in my view, has really, to some extent, struggled to really break into mainstream. Particularly because most of them also rap in English, and sometimes it's difficult to say who's, whether it's the international shit or whether it's the local shit with the new wave sound. Because for two reasons, because some of these guys are so good at doing it that I can't tell the difference anymore, which one is ours or not. You know what I mean? But Costa was able to kind of mix it up nicely. I really like this kid Patrick. I just feel that, like, I just wish that he's so gifted. I just wish his gift was just as diligent as his presence in the game. You know what I mean?
100%. I mean, we've been working with Patrick also for a while. Hey, like a good 2.5, 3 years. We've done some joints with him. It's never come out. Obviously, we're just waiting on the right time. But yeah, I think this year you might hear a Ganja Beatz Patrick XXD joint. Like,
but Patrick for me is an artist's dream. He sings, he raps, he knows how to make songs.
Yeah, everything.
This guy is everything that an artist should be. He's just missing the chasing the mainstream side of it, which is the business side of it.
Do you think he wants that though? I'm sure he wants that though. Like, every artist wants that.
Yeah, every artist wants that. I mean, like, he wouldn't be doing it the way he's doing it, because at the end of the day, we all do it for the love, but then we also literally, like, after love, it's like AAE, there's life. You got to live. You know what I mean? So, but I'm sure.
Do you think that comes from his team? Do you think his team is not like strong enough, and it's maybe just like him?
No, I think that anybody would jump to help him. I just think that he's also not. I also think that the industry is a different world. It's not like the industry also needs another beast. You know what I mean? I think that Costa is that beast.
I 100% agree with you. Like, he's taken so much inspiration from everyone in the game, but he's also got to be on stage with some of your biggest acts. He knows the feeling of 20,000 people, 30,000 people, because he's done fill up the dome. He's done fill up this. You know, he's been back up dancing. So for me, it's like I see, and it's crazy because that's why we've also worked with him as well. I mean, I see a lot of Cass. I don't know. There's something about it, but I see there's something that I see in Costa Titch where it's like, yo, man, there's that energy on stage and the way to, you know, present yourself. And I mean, he's a dancer. He's got the image. He's got the look, and the music is coming. The music is coming.
Look, and I think, you know, then when we talk about like cats that really wanted, you know, and they consciously really want it, and I can see it. I think a kid like Lucas Raps, I see he really wants it. You know, he really wants it. You know, I can't say he's like because he takes out so much content, I can't say, look, he's the best, but I can see he really, really wants it, right? Where I find a guy like Hash, where Hash for me is highly, highly, highly gifted too. Rap, singing, fucking amazing, you know? But I think that also he's in a space where he's grown so fast that, like, I think sometimes he's also like lost in the matrix of the game, and he doesn't know completely where to step, and sometimes he steps the right way, the wrong way, and there's a lot of people, and it seems like there's a lot of voices around him also, you know, because I'm always seeing, when you look at like success, when I look at Lucas, although there's people around him, I still see him fighting. You know what I mean? When I look at like Costa, although Costa's got a whole crew, but I see him fighting. You know what I mean? And there's so there's that type of thing where some guys like I say, like Hash is highly, highly talented, but like, and he fights, but like he fights and then he stops. He fights and then he stops. And then I see Patrick, who's highly talented, but he's not really fighting to be in the space. But when he's in the studio, he's fighting hard. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So I think the game is filled with those type of things, and until like, and you know, we're not saying this in any way, until someone really breaks and becomes a super mainstream artist, because of the consistency, because of them ticking all the boxes. Because one can argue and go, when we talk AKA and Cassper, they're not the same artists.
Yeah, 100%.
From the music that they take out.
But they were fighting for the same spot, and they've been fighting for the same spot.
So they took care of all the other consistencies, whether it's like, whether you've got a team that's always doing what you got to do, whatever the case be, or whether you're the one that's grinding and just doing the concerts yourself. But like, when the music came out, the level of the music was not the same. It wasn't the same story. It wasn't the same feeling. It wasn't the same kind of inspiration. But the fight, though, until this day, you know, you could see the both of them. But Cassper's fight, literally, he's literally become a little bit more mature with the fight. It's more strategic. It's more business. It's more whatever the case be. And the AKA fight is more always like, just always, it's still very confrontational. It's still, this is my position. You know what I mean? So they still fight in them, and it's not about like what the fight is about, but they still fight in them. And what we're seeing with the new kids is that it's like they're trying to figure out the fight. Am I doing it right? Am I moving right? And you know, I mean, if you look at AKA went from Kamza, Tibbs, Benza, Prince, back to Benza. Some of these kids are still going to go through that with the wrong people that they partner with. You know what I mean? They're still going to go through that in their fight, you know, whether it's a Hash, whether it's a Lucas, whether it's a Costa. But the point is that, like, it's about who fights, because this game is always going to kick you down. And if you fight back, you literally get up. And these guys have been, no one can say that Cassper hasn't been kicked down 1,000 times. I mean, AKA is evident in the people he's been working with. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's some bars right there, Slip. That's some bars right there. That's some bars.
I'm just saying. I mean, you asked me about the state of the game, so I look at the game that way right now, and I'm moved by kids that are really working. I mean, I really like. There's a song that I'm playing now. You must check out this kid called Push Magazine. I really loved what he did. You know, Rabbi himself, is it Rabbi himself, I think, and Flex Von Doom, you know.
Okay.
I like it. I like the SPK, you know. I just like the attitude, you know. I just like the attitude, you know, like yo, you know what I mean. I definitely like the work ethic that Flame has got, you know what I mean. That's just like he's just like he you know he shows he really wants to do this, you know. I don't know whether you know, these guys who want to do this, like the music, and these guys who want to do this and also be successful. It's two fights. You know what I mean? So, you know,
Lot,
the
bro.
fight of wanting to be successful is the fight where you don't blame people, where you know you're going to be kicked down, but you're going to keep coming up. The fight of doing the music, you just keep on doing the music, and then you just go, oh man, fuck the industry. You know, fucking music. Well, you know, they ain't doing me this, they ain't doing me that. You know what I mean? So they two
Yeah.
fights. And sometimes you can only fight the industry fight without you even making like dope music, and you can win.
And you can win 100%. I mean, like with us as well as Ganja Beatz, we've been doing this for like 10 years now, bro. Um, and that's not a fluke, you know. I mean, for us to be consistent for that long as producers, like we met Cass, like my brother obviously went to primary school with Cass, but in 2010 we were working out of a studio in Melville, and like he was walking around Melville, whatever, and I drove past, and I'm like, yo, what are you doing in Joburg? And he's like, yo, I'm out here, I'm living here now. And you know, at that time he was still jumping from house to house, staying with different friends or whatever. Took him to the studio. So like we always look at 2010 as like, oh shit, okay, 2010 was the year that we started this shit. Because like a couple years later, we worked on Solo Felo. We worked
Mm.
on you know, Refill Way, the next album is the next album. But it's just crazy, like for us to be in here for so long. Like we've been kicked down gang times. We've had the wrong managers. We've had managers stealing from us. Um, but right now we do everything ourselves.
Mm.
We don't answer to anyone. Ganja Beatz is signed to our own record label that we started from the beginning, which was Field of Dream Entertainment. And I mean, we've been independent the whole time. We've had offers come in from different labels and stuff, but I don't know. Nothing is like having your own freedom to do things. You know, maybe like if we had signed with the label, things would have worked out differently. We would have gotten more exposure because, like, as Ganja Beatz, we still don't get the recognition or the credit or the face time as, or this is for all producers, that the artist gets, right? So, I mean, it's been a difficult journey, 100%. Like, we get knocked down constantly, but you've got to get back up. You got to think of new ways to invent yourself, reinvent yourself. And I think with us, we've got a solid team right now, man. I think we've just got such a solid team. Like with the Ish video, we dropped the track on 420. A week later, I was sitting with the production company, like via Zoom. We had like 100 Zoom calls. Not even a week later, a few days later, and the production company's Blacksmith Productions. My homie Diego directed it, and we were like, okay, cool. Zoom calls. Let's get an animator. You know, got the same guy that did the artwork, and we just had like 100 Zoom calls, and we made sure that, okay, we're gonna send out, you know, one person to Costa's crib, masked up, gloves. You know, we'll make sure all of that is sorted. And in like a month, less than a month, we released the song and shot a music video and released the video, like animation, everything. So I mean, this year we definitely feel like 2010 was supposed to be like our 10-year anniversary year. So I wanted to do a lot. There were a lot of plans before COVID, like we were making merchandise and stuff, and like making like proper clothes, working with designers and making clothes. And like a week before we had lockdown, we shut down like the event. We were like, no, we're not having this event because we don't want people to get infected and all of that. So now we're sitting with like tons of stock. And obviously we're gonna get into the e-commerce side of things, and you know, start putting like our stuff up on a website, and people can buy it off the website. But I mean, we've been doing some pretty cool things. Like, you know, I've got the Ganja Beatz ring. I don't know if you can't really see that, but I got the Ganja Beatz ring. I've got glasses. I've got, man, there's so much that we're actually like working on right now. So it's good. Like we also, like, for all the rappers and up and coming rappers out there, like, check out Budweiser's page. We're doing something with Budweiser where you get a chance, you could win a chance to, like, get a track produced by us, Ganja Beatz. It's pretty cool. It's pretty interesting. There's like an actual beat that's out there. You just have to drop like a freestyle. So yeah, man, we've got to think of new ways to do things, man. Definitely got to. I want to do a show, like a Ganja Beatz 10-year anniversary show. That was my plan this year. It's gonna be like everyone who we've worked with over the years. Like, they'll come through, they'll perform like maybe 15 minutes each, but like they'll have to perform a Ganja Beatz, you know, produced track.
That's amazing.
But now, like, we have to wait on that. So I don't know. We got to think of new ways of maybe making that happen.
Are you guys, I guess the relationship with all you guys is still cool because we still see you guys together with Ganja. But like, are you cool with all the people you've produced for historically?
I mean, I guess so. Like, there's a lot of people that have tried to snide us, you know. I mean, obviously with money, there's always issues, you know. Maybe like people don't want to pay the rest of the deposit and stuff like that. Like, I've written off people. Like, I won't even talk about certain people because I've just written them off, and these are big acts in the country. But I mean, like, most of the rappers and the artists that we've worked with, we're pretty tight with, man. I'm very close with you know, the Rap Life crew, with you know, Nota, Cuesta. I just sent something to Kid X recently. I've sent some beats to Ricky. Ricky is like, yeah, he's working on something. I actually need to send something to Youngsta. Yo, Youngsta, he's gonna probably kill me. I need to send these sips. He's been asking me for like such a long time.
You're gonna be like, you're busy on interviews, not sending sips.
I'm working now. Come on. Have you listened to Hannah?
Hannah, no, I only listen to Ava, what you sent me.
Oh no, Ava is like our artist, but Hannah's a rapper as well. It's part of like the Tall Rex sort of team, like ACA.
Put me on.
You don't know Hannah? She won. I mean, she was part of that whole thing. Nasty had at the Red Bull Studios last year.
Maybe I'm not.
She's a beast. She's a beast of a rapper. Like, for me, she's like a young Nasty. Yo.
Yeah.
I gotta put you on to Hannah. So, like, you know, we've been working with our artist Deeps as well. Like, it's so crazy because he's my cousin. I keep on telling people, like, Deeps is my younger cousin. He's my younger brother. We have like an 8-year age gap, and he literally watched us do our thing in the industry, and, you know, would spend a lot of time with us, and he just absorbed everything in studio. When Tumi came in, when Youngsta came in, when Nadia came in, and he just sat, and he was like, the one day he was like, yo, man, I want to rap. Yeah. And I was like gonna laugh and be like, nah, this guy's crazy, like, it's gonna be some funny shit. And he surprised me, and it was like, from that day onwards, we've been working on developing him and growing him. So like, we do manage Deeps and Ava, but Deeps is dope. Like, he's got tracks with Youngsta CPT. He's actually got a track with Youngsta CPT and Champagne 69. He's got a track with Hannah. He's done some stuff with Tuli Stark, with Patrick XX Lee. So it's like, guys in the game also now know who he is. He's performed at Cotton Fest 2 years in a row. He's you know, like, being with us, like, I'm just looking out for him. Like, I've seen managers in this industry, and with him, it's like, it's I just want to see him grow. Like, I stopped rapping the day I saw that he could actually, like, write a song and kill it.
Yeah.
I stopped. I'm like, okay, my job, because I was literally teaching him how to construct 16s and, you know, construct choruses with the bridge and all of that stuff. So it was like the very early development stages. And when I found out, like, yo, the one day you rap, like, you played me something, or I think you just rapped me something, I'm like, nah, this is unbelievable. I'm stepping back as a rapper. I'm not gonna touch the mic ever again. And my mission now in life is to make sure that you get recognized and you make it in, because you have a gift. I mean, bro, Ganja Beatz have always been. We've always looked out for people, bro. You know, from the Youngsta CPTs when he came to Joburg and he didn't have, he was staying in Hillbrow, whatever. Wherever we see potential, I think that like we feel like that's our job done. Like in Hinduism and stuff like that, we have something called seva, and it just means like you're doing. I don't want to say like really community work, but if you can help another person, man, there's just like it's just good karma that comes back to you, right? Like if you can do anything in your power to help another person, like it'll come around. You know, you don't have to ask for favors or anything like that. But yeah, man, we always look out for our people, bro. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm hoping one day we get to develop more artists, and I'm working with some brands where we can, you know, really get some new music out there, because you know we were also at a stage where no one put us on. Now that we're at a good stage in our life, like, yo, it would have been so nice if we had like people like Jabba who was one-on-one with us at that time. You know what I mean? Like it would happen every now and then, but it was only music. Like there was no business talk. There was never business talk.
Yeah.
It's always creative talk, music talk, you know, all of that stuff. So it's like if we can help other artists like just navigate through the business, the music business, I think it could save a lot of time, because we don't want people to go through the same mistakes. That you still have to go through mistakes and learn, but like you might just get there quicker than what we did. And that's same with producers, man. I think the producers nowadays, they just, I mean, everyone just sends beats online, and we also like we're catching up to that. We never used to just send beats online to like any producer, I mean any artist or anything like that. Like we still enjoyed the one-on-ones that we had in studio with an artist, because we find that sacred. You know what I mean? An artist come in the studio, we get to play you a bunch of beats and also explain the beats, like, yo, this is the feel. Because as producers, sometimes we get upset that it doesn't get, like, maybe a beat doesn't get executed the way we wanted it. And now it sounds like a whack song now. Now you must be like, damn. You know what I mean? So we like to sell the idea and the vibes. And I think I bring that a lot to the table. Like, you know, Maddie and Ashish they cook. They just cook beats up the whole time. My job is basically to get them sold. And that's going to artists, to brands, to movies, to, you know, to TV shows. There's other ways of making cash as a producer. You know, that's what's kept us going over the years. Being a producer and just producing for an artist, I mean, you're gonna struggle.
I tell you one thing. You said there's this thing in Hinduism called seva.
Seva.
Well, there's this thing in
I'll send it to you.
There's this thing in IT called server, and I hope your server still has the AKA and Cassper joint.
Oh, Slick, you never forget. I thought you'll forget about that as we're talking about everything else.
Listen, bro, you said server, and I said, wait, server.
The server.
I hope the server hasn't crashed.
Oh, that's hilarious.
In Hinduism, we got this thing called server, which has all these tracks that we recorded. Yo, Young is asking for beats, man. He's here, you know. Lucky Tunes is also asking for beats, man. You know, cats are asking for their beats, man. Come on now.
Yeah, man. I've got to get onto this, dude. I definitely gotta get onto this, Brad. Yeah, no. Maddie just sent me like a beat pack with like 20 beats. And then I have to sit and then like think about who I'm gonna send that to. Or like he'll have an artist in mind and I'll be like, okay, nah, maybe it suits this guy a bit more or suits this person a bit more. Like my brother sent me a beat and he was like, yo, send this to Ricky. I'm like, I heard it. Yo, let me actually play it. I don't, no offense to Ricky, but like I don't want to play it. I don't want to send it to him. I just feel like
While you're doing that, like since you also recorded Dust to Dust, Musa Mazia wants to find out, how did you guys feel when you heard Composure?
And Composure was a hit, man. Composure was a hit. Like we made like actual, well, Cassper made actual beef tracks where he came out with the dirt, you know.
Yeah.
All of that was all dirt, bro. And then AKA came out with the hit.
Yeah.
AKA came out with the hit 'em up Tupac. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
this is a smash.
Yeah.
But like we don't feel like, we've never felt any. Maybe back then we were like, oh shit. But now it's just like, damn, like he made a dope. Like that's the thing with Keenan. He makes dope music, bro.
Yeah.
Never forget that. I might not like his attitude and just the way he moves, but I love his music, which I don't think is wrong or a problem, right?
Not at all. Play that joint.
Let me play this beat quick. I want to send this to Maya to show my jersey.
All right.
Oh wait, why is this thing not playing?
Somebody tell Maya that there's an opportunity to listen to a beat. Yo, Maya's out there doing that, like producers send beats so they can remix a joint.
Yeah.
She's such a big star. She just gonna put you in the competition.
We have a very good relationship with her, man. So for that track, like, you know, she put out her acapella.
Yeah.
So like Maddie mixed and mastered that, like, you know what I mean? Like in a day or something like that.
There we go.
You know what I mean when I say it's up tempo? Maya can dance to it. So bye.
Fire.
Yeah, I also sent a pack to YC, Nigerian artist YC.
Yeah.
He hit me up the other day and he was like, yo, send through some beats. I'm just trying to think. Shane Eagle. I know Cass has been asking me for some joints as well, but it's on that same Mac, that old Mac.
Sorry, bro.
So I mean, that's at the studio. I haven't been to the studio in a while. So I mean, one day when I do go through there, I'm gonna go look through the archives and see what I can find, because like there's definitely some heat, man.
Yo, I think another person that would kill that beat, like you said, someone is saying Malum would also kill that beat.
Yeah. And I actually had a conversation with him the other day.
You what?
That could be sick. I had a conversation with him the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that could be, because it's fast, right? Like, yo, let me go back and play this thing.
You see, you're doing an A&R's job now. You know what I mean?
What's this?
You're doing an A&R's job right now, but the whole industry is not signed. It's like you can choose who you want to work with. It's just not for your label.
That's what we do, bro. That's what we do. Yo, someone give me another job.
One of the students, I was just trying to put up a fake Malum.
I can definitely hear like Shoma Josie.
Definitely, I can hear Shoma Josie too. Majosi
And her
nice
dancing, you know, doing her thing.
Yeah.
Yo, this could be another Ganja Beatz single.
This is straight. This is straight.
Like
What?
people also
What
ask
else?
us like, why don't we get like, you know, the big acts to be on our Ganja Beatz singles? And we do have, I mean, like we do have some joints. But like I really wanted to go with Costa and Fonzo as well, man. Fonzo is such an unbelievable rapper.
That was a nice that was a nice sort of unpredictable sort of collaboration on that single. You know, it was a nice balance. That was super dope on that thing. Yo,
Yeah.
what other beats do you have that you are trying to allocate to who?
All right. Listen, we don't have that much time.
Yeah.
But I'll play something. Let's see.
Tell me what artists you have in mind.
Let's see. Like this is the one I. Okay, wait. I want to send this to Shane. You tell me as well.
That's Shane.
Real rap shit.
Oh, that's fire.
And then they have like we've got some R&B chill vibe. I think I want to send this to Rolene. Quarantine music. It's got like a 2000s like R&B rap type of vibe. Like I can hear like Terror Squad vibes also on it. There's this one song Terror Squad had. Hey, man, feel that vibe, come back. I mean, like these fast raps, like even like a Twister type of vibe.
Yeah. What's that? Gotta be. Yeah. She said she wants
that one.
And then this party, alright. That's the Twister and Kanye.
The Twister and the Kanye vibes. So like our artist Deeps, man, when I say like he's not just a rapper. Like we did this joint with this other female artist called Fila. Let's see if I can play this. Why is this not playing? Yeah.
I came back from the future, baby, just to come see you whining. Spill red wine on my new shirt, baby, when you push back and whining. Send me your energy. Send me your energy. I hit this back in the passion, baby. I don't know what to do. I lay on this to wind my body on you.
Like that Georgia Smith, Burna Boy type of vibe.
Yeah.
Send me your energy.
Very chill, mellow.
Send me your energy. We're back in time like it's over. Just to break down when you die.
Yeah, just young sneak peeks there.
Yo, man.
How long is this thing? Do we have much time or are we done now?
I think we're gonna be done real soon because we just jumped on like I think an hour. Like we're gonna cut real soon. Yo, B. Yo, man.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for making the time, man. Ganja Beatz. Thanks for the exclusive. Heemal from Ganja Beatz. Send me that.
Man. Link in the bio. Our new music video is out-ish. Link in the bio. Like young up and coming producers. Check out Budweiser's social media pages. Like, try and jump on that beat, guys. It's a mad beat. Well, let's see if I can play it quickly before we jump off. Like, this is for all the upcoming rappers out there. Come on, guys. It's a smash now. Woo. Shout out Maddie. We're not just giving you anything, we're giving you a smash. Hey, people still want the AKA and Cassper file. They don't like, fuck the beats, man.
But I heard you niggas be like, yo, is Cassper gonna rap on this beat? Is AKA gonna rap on this beat? What the fuck?
Nah, hey, the boys will be angry. But it's fine, whatever. Yo, Slikour, thank you so much for the love, and always, bro, you're like the realest G out there, bro.
Thank you, my G. Shout out, man. I appreciate the work, man, all the time, man. You know.
Be safe, man. So much.
And send us those.
I'm gonna send you beats, man. I'm gonna send you don't worry about the file. I'm gonna send you beats, bro.
I was trying to mean that send me files of the beats.
Hey, and now Kushe shit just coming on here.
Listen.
All right, my G. Take it easy. Bless, man.
Peace, my G. Send me that shit. Let's get it, man.
Away, bro. Shut up, guys. Cheers.
Nice one.
Broadcast live.